내가 있었던 게 뭐였지? 야 민성, 이 호라이즌 말이야. 이거 어떻게 내가 한 거랑 너가 한 걸 어떻게 구분하지? 뭐가 내가 한 거고 뭐가 너가 한 거지?
몰라. 아니, 세팅 플러스니까까지 읽었을까?
새 게임 플러스 없는 거 하면 내 거겠지.
그러니까.
그렇겠지? 하하. 하. 아, 이거 하는 법 다 까먹었어. 아, 로딩 오래 걸려. 잠깐만, 마지막 전투전의 휴식인데?
Nora, huh? They wouldn't know a forge from a campfire.
야, 이거 확장팩 그냥 새로운 곳이 열리는 것 뿐인가? 그러면 내가 엔딩 보기 전 걸로 그냥 하는 게 맞는 거지? 아, 그렇군. 이게 아마 내 거였겠지, 아마도. 야, 너 여행자 쪽 하나도 안 찍었어? 응. 맨 마지막 부분. 뭐 탑승, 죽기, 샤드. 내 거였는지 네 거였는지 전혀 모르겠다. 그건 맞아. 그건 맞는데. 미친 듯이 모아둔 거 보니까 내 거 같기도 하고. 그건 그렇고 퀘스트만 추가되는 거면은 좀 재미없는 거 아닌가? 지도 다 밝히고 한 거 보니까 내가 한 거 같기도 하고. 아, 근데 나 모닥불 다 안 밝혔던 거 같은데. 아, 존나 혼란스럽다, 씨발. 그냥 해야지. 그래도 옛날에는 막 일일이 캡처하면서 블로그 했었는데 그거에 비하면은 존나 편함.
I don't like a woman.
By the sun, a woman now leads the Hunter's Lodge. What's next? A woman as king?
이는 그냥이 뭐였더라? 말은 뭐였지? 아, 이거였지? 맞아.
Duval should die for his crimes.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
Glyph books?
What's the problem?
Betrayal. By my own blood! I was meant to go on a machine hunting expedition to the Banuk Wilds. With real hunters! Then the rumors began. New machines, an evil miasma, many dead Banuk, and so on and so forth. So my father won't allow me to go. Says there's too much danger for a noble scion.
Do you always do what your father tells you?
Yes. Of course.
Have you ever actually hunted machines?
I've had our bearers carry a lance horn for me to shoot at. Its movement was fearfully realistic.
What kind of new machines?
That's exactly it. My father doesn't even know. He only heard whispers in the Sun Court.
And the evil miasma?
Who knows what those tent-dwelling savages consider evil? Or a miasma. I just want to hunt, honestly. Why even give me a sword for my 16th year? What's a sword for if not for brandishing?
Hunting in the Banuk Wilds. Do you mean Banur?
Oh, no. That's so far from the sun's light. The expedition would be swallowed up. It's a place they call the Cut. Something of a no-man's land from, you know.
The war?
But now it makes for excellent hunting!
I guess I'll have to look into these.
It's beyond the Grave Horde, past the northeastern mountains. I suppose Outlanders can do whatever they please.
Yeah. Sounds.
어, 같은 영상 뭐야? 새로운 퀘스트 창이 사라졌어. 왜 하나를 받았더니 쾌가 다 사라졌지? 난 어떡하라고. 아, 그냥 여기네. 어차피 여기 알고 있어. 후. 라라라라라. 롤롤롤롤. 키가 뭐였더라?
This must be the pass Ravid was talking about. It's the nuke territory just above.
누구 성대모사 하는 거야, 우선? 아, 진짜
What are you doing,
그렇게
Eloy?
딱딱해?
This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless missiles.
페가슬러스는
The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
승준팀이 한
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Eloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
차가 이래서 그런
Full already. This one's a new predator. See the heat coming off it. You're not gonna like this.
아, 불장 후전 중이고.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it. welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
I do not think that our hunter's blood is on Aratek's hands. He led them to a great challenge. That is all.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrin, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Oratok!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Oreya, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they marched their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Araya vanished, I thought that Crazy might have gone with her. But no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you...
Well,
Seems like they don't have much...
a land... Oh, believe me, I've tried to convince them.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because... Or it could be because they all got indigestion. But Aurea's not around to explain.
Is Aratak a renowned...
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trick. Then, he goes and leads them off to...
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Eh, not like our clans back home. Prove your best at something and you might... Some Warwicks come and go. The whole Banuk terror...
I'm not sure if I'm less
All well and good.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious?
I've heard that name. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he...
Conclave.
All the most important. No idea how they all fit into one tent. Araya's been to that shindig. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find...
I want to know more.
It's crazy.
Or there's something to it.
Then, she was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Aurea knows about this daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines. Made them...
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans.
Did your Warwick...
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across... But I was born here, and stayed to fight the few of my old warriors remain...
There are other Warwicks and some...
Yes. The village has its own life, for all Banuk who need trade. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once... Perhaps it will last.
You're set on going back...
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow...
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
There's no time to waste worrying about the machines.
He's a strange one, that's good. No one can deny his skill.
You seem sad, stranger.
Yes. A sudden deluge. I'm Lelai, the drummer of Deep Din.
Deep Din.
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and I'd explain it by playing for you.
So Deep Din is a play.
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath us. During the war, I'm the drummer now. But our battles are, of course, if the waters don't recede.
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire bay... There was no rain. Not even any cloud.
A flood without rain. That is strange.
Just northwest of... Look all you like. But I don't see what good it'll do. Deep din. Silenced by rising waters.
Sing songs.
건가? 아닌가?
It's a complete waste of time. Paint a cliff or no.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banukai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
sun's coming up.
We remember Banukai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves.
No more music.
For every hunt I accept, that it would be my life. During every hunt.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines...
You've chosen a poor time to visit the
Maria.
cut, Outlander.
To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that's...
This?
A tinker does not understand, but it could be improved upon. Far north, find a bird that's...
Get a rail from some metal birds in...
We work our fingers raw at the dye camps, but still, the hunters complain about the colors of their garments.
Bad. This would make a fine pair of trousers.
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together this time.
Then we wait. But I bet
Outlanders. Carja Outlanders.
Sunfall. Praise the Sun King for
What
saving
brings
him
you
without-
Carja so...
There's good machine hunting in the cut. We've had a bad run.
I did say...
Not your concern.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young huntress.
I'm tired of being tired.
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. Looks like it's in... Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be up.
He's persistent.
And I'm not selling.
Well, you won't. She seeks guidance from the void. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. What can I do about these towers? The daemon's energy pulses from them.
Aratak said this daemon was...
Look there. They're stronger.
I've seen something like this before.
You have? These towers.
No.
Like I said, they empower...
Will you tell me...
You ask a lot of...
Oh, no, I'm not gonna...
There's but one voice Soraya wants to...
All right. You want to stop the spread?
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machine, set...
Thanks for the vote, but I won't fall. And when I'm done... Interesting. Maybe I could override it. I can get out of this. Can be overridden.
You are quite the warrior.
Now we know how to deal with the machines in the towers. The daemon's next.
Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam.
역시나.
Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example. She took a chance on me. An aspiring
Were you with Aurea?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. These are helpful. Bitter, though. These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere next up. Pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about. Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions. Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave. This isn't the way out. Some gear, though. This chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. better go back after I grab this loot.
지금 돌아가고 있나? 아우지로.
Another marker. Good. Okay, that way then. Not this way. But then, where? I see. Up. Stalkers. Better be careful. Okay. Through here. This cave? Done with the cave. So what's next on this path? Around we go. Now how do I cross this one? Down, then up? Down it is. There's the way up. I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is firming up.
아니 이제 끝.